Special presentation produced by VPN Foundation, Central Florida, benefiting art education for children.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us with Meal Preparation with Stephanie. I'm Stephanie, and I'll be presenting a 4-day prep for breakfast and lunch and a snack. And we'll start off first with our lunch. It's going to be a lime cilantro chicken. So I'm going to show you that recipe. So this is a delicious marinade that I made. I've been marinating this for 24 hours. It's 4 tablespoons of olive oil, 4 tablespoons of lime juice, which is basically like a whole lime, 8 teaspoons of honey, 1 cup of cilantro chopped finely, 4 cloves of garlic minced up, and then an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And you just basically put it in a bowl with the chicken and then cover it all night. It can marinate from 2 to 24 hours, or you can even just put it right into a bag. So we're just gonna pour the marinade right in here. Smells delicious. All right. Make sure they're all even so they get cooked evenly. Perfect. So I'll put this in the sink. So I have my oven preheated to 425, so I'm going to go ahead and get this started in there. This should cook for about 25 minutes, but you can check maybe a little shorter than that. Perfect. That's a nice dish because you don't have to do a lot. You could just stick it in the oven and it kind of just cooks itself. All right, so next are veggies. That's our second longest dish, so we want to get those started first. So this week I have, this is Roma tomatoes with red bell pepper. You just put that there. So I'm doing 4 different vegetables, and the reason being is sometimes when you're eating the same thing, it kind of gets boring. So I like to change up the vegetables, and that kind of switches it up and gives it a different taste throughout the week. Trust me, you will thank me if you do that, if you listen to this tip. All right, perfect. So now we just take some olive oil, and you want to make sure that it's drizzled really well. Here we go. So right now I have chopped carrots and then quartered Brussels sprouts and also broccoli. So that looks good. And then I'm very simple with my spices. You can switch it up though. Use your favorite spices, whatever you like. Just put on whatever you think tastes better. So a little bit of pepper. So right now I'm putting salt, pepper, and garlic powder on. Those are my go-to spices. I do use those with everything. Just a little bit here. Perfect, so that's good to go. Now that it's all well and coated, now you want to take your spatula and kind of move them around a little bit. Make sure it's evenly dispersed. All right. All right, now that they're ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in the oven. So this is what it looks like. Perfect. So now that I've got that started, I'm gonna move on to my quinoa. So what I love about quinoa, it's one of my favorite things. It is gluten-free. I'm gluten intolerant, so I love it. It's also known for its high protein content, and with good reason. It is actually seed. I know a lot of people think it's a grain, but it contains 8 grams of protein per cup, plus it is considered a complete protein, meaning that it packs all 9 essential amino acids that your body needs, all in 1 cup of quinoa. So I got my cup here. I get the organic brand. You can get it at any Whole Foods or health food store. And then I also, a trick that I learned is quinoa has kind of a bland flavor and it kind of tastes like whatever you're cooking with it. So when I'm cooking it by itself like this, I tend to use beef broth, chicken broth, vegetable broth, whatever I decide. And this week I'm gonna use beef broth. It just gives it that little extra flavor and you don't have to put a bunch of spices or cover it with sauces or anything. So that's kind of a trick that I've learned over that time. It's just like rice, so 1 cup of quinoa to 2 cups of broth, or you could even go with water if you wanted to. All right, so now that that's in, you're gonna put this on medium-high. And you're gonna wanna get it to boil. And then once it's boiling, we're going to put the lid on it and let it simmer. It's kind of just like rice. So I'm gonna let that boil here. And it'll get nice and fluffy and absorb all that liquid. All right, perfect. So now that I've got that started, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my oatmeal. So oatmeal is what I like to use or eat in the morning. It's one of my favorites. So just take these little mason jars. So I like to put different things in my oatmeal. You can really, if you look up overnight oats, this is the way that I like to eat them. They're my favorite. I put all of my ingredients in with the dry oatmeal, and then the night before I pour almond milk to fill it all the way up. And then you just put it in the fridge, and in the morning it's nice and soft and chewy, and then everything kind of mixes together and the flavors are just amazing. So my favorite, these are chia seeds. So the reason I love chia seeds, they're kind of like a little miracle seed. They're an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, which help the HDL cholesterol, and that's a good cholesterol. So this is good for you to put in your meal. So just put like 1 tablespoon in each one. Okay, perfect. Put that to the side. This is super easy to make. Like I said, there's a ton of recipes online. You can fill it with fresh fruit, whatever you like. I'm gonna use raisins. I love raisins, so I'm just gonna put a couple in the bottom here. And just to give it a little bit more of a sugary taste, I love brown sugar, so let's put a little scoop of the brown sugar in the bottom. Just like that. And you don't have to put sugar in it. I know sometimes I don't put sugar in it, depending on the fruit. If it's a sweet fruit, then I usually don't use much sugar at all. Perfect. All right, so now just need my oatmeal. All right, so I'll put that to the side and get this started. All right, so this is cooking here. Perfect. Oatmeal. Perfect, so I'm just gonna check on my vegetables. They seem to be doing really well. Okay. Just clean up. I love to clean up while I'm cooking. That way I don't have to clean up at the end. Well, just gonna put, it looks like I forgot my oatmeal.
oatmeal.
I forgot my oatmeal, so they're gonna try to save me.
I have this, but it's already got flavoring in it, so you might not need to use that, but that is all I have.
That's okay. So Paula saved me. This is our first show, so bear with me. Unfortunately, I forgot my oatmeal, which is really bad, so I couldn't continue my prep and I didn't know what to do. Yes, I do.
Did you need a lid for that?
No, I have one. All right, so let's continue this on. Okay, next time I'm going to call for help because I was panicking. All right. I'm glad you guys are all with me on here. All right, we're going to pretend like nothing happened. All right, so we're going to fill this up. Perfect. So, this is a super simple breakfast, but like I said, you can change it up. Sometimes I put blueberries in here. You could put Greek yogurt in here. I like to use almond milk, but you can use regular cow's milk. There's strawberry, banana, honey, and oats. Anything that you can dream of, you can mix in these oats. And it's really nice because you could set them dry on the side of your counter, and then you just put milk, fill the milk all the way to the top, put your lid on the night before, and then you just grab it in the morning and just use a spoon and you're ready to go. So these are all done, believe it or not. It was pretty quick. All right, so this should be boiling here. Almost. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on it. So this you want to simmer for about 15 minutes, and I think that's about what we're at. So, perfect, so we'll get that going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start prepping for putting my food in their bins. Perfect. So these are my Tupperwares. I love these meal prep Tupperwares. It's really nice because they have little compartments, so you can put your carb, your veggie, and then your meat, your protein in it. So what I'm gonna do, now that those are all set up, I'm gonna go flip my chicken. Pretty good so far. All right. Just want to make sure they're getting cooked evenly, so just go ahead and stir them up pretty good. It smells delicious. I don't know if you've ever had this recipe, but I love lime and garlic and cilantro, so it's all wrapped in one, which is nice. All right, now our veggies. All right, so these look pretty good. Now, it depends on how you like your veggies. You can keep them al dente. I personally like them a little bit less done. If you like them a little bit smushier, you can keep them in longer. These are a little bit harder than I like, so I'm going to put them in just for a little bit longer. Okay, perfect. So, now that these are all set up, go ahead and prep that. How much longer do we have? 10 minutes. I think I'll make it. All right, so one of my favorite snacks is cherries, a 3 p.m. snack of mine, because I always get a little bit of a sweet tooth. Hi, Vaughn.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. So what are you doing today?
Meal prepping.
Meal prepping.
Yes.
How many of them?
For 4 days, I'm doing cilantro, lime, and garlic chicken with quinoa and veggies.
Cool. Most people do 5.
So, yeah, let me tell you about that. So, most people do 5, but by the 5th day, usually people are very sick of their meals.
Yeah.
And also, they don't really keep that long. So, what I do, and Friday's generally anybody on a diet, usually Friday's an off day. So, I like to prep 4. However, you can easily turn it into 5 just by adding a little bit more veggies and just that much chicken and
Very cool.
yeah.
Anyways, I thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this show.
Thank you for having
And
me.
as you guys know, in VPN Foundation, we do Island Time, where we bring live local music, all acoustic performance, and all that is hosted by Scott Ramsey. That's at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, and also on Wednesday at 10 p.m. we have On Time Cooking with Hailey Schnell. She has live music as well, and healthy food, and very entertaining show. So let's see how your show goes, and we're thinking you have to ask the people they want to see you on Wednesday or Thursday
Yeah.
or Tuesday.
So we were thinking a 6:30 show. We were not really sure Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So comment below, let us know what's the best day that would be good for you all, and what do you think is the best day?
Exactly. Okay, I'll let you continue. Thank you, Steph.
Yes, thank you. All right, so 10 minutes. I am going to check on my veggies now. Oh my God. All right, they look pretty good. So you could just kind of portion them into your little meal prep containers. Let's see. Sorry, it's a new kitchen. I'm still learning it. Let's try this guy. All right, perfect. Brussels sprouts. These are one of my favorite vegetables. Sometimes you can actually roast them with garlic and they're delicious. Most people don't roast Brussels sprouts, but you're missing out. You should definitely try it. How much time do I still have? All right, so now that I got my veggies distributed, perfect. All right, so your quinoa still needs to be a little bit cooked, a little bit more. So I'm gonna pull out the meat. All right, that looks pretty good. Smells so garlicky. I love it. All right. So All right, perfect. Almost done. Now I'm trying to rush a little bit because I want to make sure I get done on time. Steal a couple from there. All right, perfect. So now we're just gonna wait on our quinoa. Let's check it out. Might still be a little bit liquidy, it is. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of a stir. Should be done any minute. All right, so I still have a couple more snacks left. So one of my favorite snacks are bell peppers. So they're in season right now. So I have red and orange and yellow ones. So I went ahead and I already cut them up and prepped them. Another thing that I love with the bell peppers is hummus. I don't know if you've ever tried hummus, but it's absolutely delicious. It's got protein and fiber. They're made with chickpeas, so it's high in iron and folate and B vitamins, so I love this stuff. You can use it with chips or anything you like, but I really love it with the bell peppers. It really makes a good combo. So, perfect. Put a little lime in there in case you want to squeeze some on your quinoa. And this quinoa is dragging. So I'm going to stir it a little bit more. It's almost done. Where are we at in time? 6:55. Got 5 more minutes. I think I'm going to make it. All right, so that's pretty much it. We're just going to talk about the quinoa. So yeah, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. The reason I got into meal prepping is I am a mother of 2 and a busy wife. So I got into meal prepping to save time. It started with 4 to 5 hours on a Sunday to try to get all of my meals cooked for the whole week. And then I've minimized that over tips and tricks to 30 minutes now, but usually about an hour. But this is a very simple meal, so it's super simple to make, and it's really easy and fast, as you can see, except if you forget your oatmeal, so that was great. But yeah, that's why I got into meal prepping in the first place, and now I love it. One tip I do have for you: don't try to make 50 different meals in 1 week. You'll end up buying way more groceries than you need, and it'll take you hours and hours and hours. So try to buy like ingredients, and then that'll save you a lot of time. Go ahead and learn from my mistakes. So, all right, so this quinoa is not quite done yet. It's dragging. This might be my last minute. All right, so let me go get a spoon. Do we have like a large spoon? Oh. Right.
On the drum. Yes.
I'll grab this one. Alright. It's getting there. It's just a little bit still watery. You kind of want it fluffy like rice. You don't really want that liquid in there. So we'll just let that cook a little bit longer. So I would like to personally thank the producers of the show, Vaughn Reed and Paula Reed. They're the ones that made this happen, and so I'd like to really thank them. They told you a little bit more about their other cooking show, so make sure to like their channel and check out the other live shows. And like I said, tell me what time you guys want to see me, 6:30, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Let me know, comment below. And let's check out our comments so far.
Read it out loud.
Great ideas on the prepping, different veggies for each day, 4 days at a time. These are things that most people that teach prepping don't do, and brilliant. And it's brilliant. Enough variety to make sure that people don't get burned out. Super excited to have found VPN on one of the Orlando-based foodie groups. Jennifer Waxman, do you think that this is something that we can get local farmers involved with? That's super exciting. I do love to to purchase foods and veggies and fruits from local farmers. So if you do get involved, let me know. That would be great.
So what's your answer?
My answer is thank you very much. That is really exciting. That took me a while to learn too, because I did get burnout. You're right. When you eat the same thing over and over, I promise you, sometimes it just gets old. So thank you very much.
Another comment from Sandra.
From Sandra.
Any day.
Any day good for me.
What's your answer?
All right, awesome. I'm so excited that people are watching. That's great. All right, so this is done. So we'll go ahead. And distribute the quinoa. Make sure you turn this off. Still getting used to the kitchen, so bear with me. All right, so now we've got all of our food distributed, and I'm done. That is my meal prep. How many minutes? Oh man, I have 7 minutes left and I'm done. All right, well this is my meal prep. All right. All right, thank you everyone for watching. I want to wish you all a great night. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, have a great night. Thank you. That was...
Special presentation produced by VPN Foundation, Central Florida. Benefiting art education for children.
There, and my Aunt Sandy, because I went and wrote that thing, she asked me if I knew.